My tip for Cheltenham is in the Queen Mother Champion Chase, Dodging Bullets. He's a dual Grade 1 winner already this season. He's won the Tingle Creek very impressively and he's entitled to be one of the favourites.
My best bet for Cheltenham is the Willie Mullins trained Jack Adam in the Gold Cup. I was very impressed with him when he won the Tystus Chase off top weight back in January. I know he disappointed in the Hennessy on his first start of the season, but he's long looked to me like he could be a Gold Cup horse, and I thought at 16-1 he looks really good value, and he'd be my ideal best bet for Cheltenham.
Well, my tip for Cheltenham is Don Cossack in the Ryanair Chase. I know he's the favourite, but I think the race is tailor-made for him. I think Don Cossack, this is his ideal trip. He's been very impressive. He's been faultless really this season. I wasn't his biggest fan up until this season. I thought he might be just a little bit empty, but I was putting that down to he's such a big scopy horse that he was probably still a bit immature and weakness, and he's strengthened up, and I think Don Cossack over that trip, he's the one they all have to beat. He stays, he travels and he jumps well. I know he fell there last season, but he's been faultless this year. I think Gordon Elliott's Don Cossack in the Ryanair Chase is one of my bankers for the Cheltenham Festival.
My best bets for Cheltenham are Don Cossack in the Ryanair. I think he's been meticulous this season. His jumping is brilliant, and Gordon Elliott's horses are flying. And Sir de Grugy in the Queen Mother, he was a class act last year, right back on track for his win yesterday, and he's the one to beat in the Queen Mother.
Well, looking towards the festival, the couple that I've put on the short list, I like Peace & Co from Nicky Henderson in the Triumph Hurdle. I think they're a non-vintage group of 4-year-olds, and he looked very impressive in his 2 starts. I expect him to win a race that not an awful lot of people like to bet in, the Triumph Hurdle, but with the inception of the Fred Winter Hurdle, the Triumph Hurdle is now much more a form race. So Peace & Co is my nap. Others I fancy, Duvan to get Ireland off to a good start in the Supreme Novices, and if any power turns up in the Mayor's Hurdle, I think any price is a good price, but for me, Peace & Co in the Triumph Hurdle is my nap.
My tip for Cheltenham, nap for Cheltenham, would be Faugheen in the Champion Hurdle. I know he's favourite, but I think he's still a bit underestimated. And I think time will tell. He's possibly one of the best horses that have been around for a long, long time. And I think even though he hasn't really been in Champion Hurdle company, he'll cope with it.
My tip in Cheltenham is Jetstream Jack in the Bumper. He's a good price. I think he stays very well and he's very tough.
My tip for Cheltenham is Carlingford Lock in the Gold Cup. Was impressed with his return at Christmas, and he was very impressive when he won the Hennessy, and wouldn't be the perfect end to Tony McCoy's last Cheltenham Festival.
My best bet for Cheltenham is Don Cossack in the Ryanair Chase, trained by Gordon Elliott. He's unbeaten this season, beating Champagne Fever last day in Thurles. He looked a progressive horse. The trip will suit, and hopefully he should win. My second bet would be Clarkham for the Arkle Chase. He's been impressive this season, beating V-Tour, ridden by Brian Cooper and trained by Gordon Elliott. I think he's a good chance. He jumps very well.
Coming into the Cheltenham Festival, one of the most open races is the Gold Cup. I think in this, there's probably Silvio Conti, to me, is the clear-cut choice. Slightly disappointing last year, and he had fallen 2 years before that when going well 3 out. But to me, this year he's a stronger horse. He has looked much more impressive, and while the race is competitive, lots of Irish horses go there with good each-way chances. I think this is a genuine Gold Cup horse, and I think on the ratings he comes out clear, and I think he is the most likely winner of the race.
My 2 fancies for Cheltenham, the Cheltenham Festival 2015. Jetstream Jack in the Bumper, trained by Gordon Elliott. Very impressive at Fairyhouse on New Year's Day. A big price at 33-1. Obviously you have the Willie Mullins bandwagon to beat, but sure we'll go with that a few bob each way. My other fancy is Jack Adam in the Gold Cup, trained by Willie Mullins. Very interesting reading in the Irish Field this week about what he had to say about the horse's Thyestes win and what Ruby said to him. They know a Gold Cup horse. Willie's been second 5 times, I think. This could be his time to reach the #1 spot. A good price to Jack Adam in the Gold Cup.